Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's look, I decided to do a New Year's Eve inspired look. So I went with a gold smoky eye. You can use silver or any other color for this. I just thought this gold or silver would look really nice for this night out, since New Year's Eve is kind of an excuse to do something a little different. If you like the look, please keep watching. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. So first I'm going in with MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I'm using this as a base and a primer, and I'm just kind of putting that all over the lid here and smoothing it up to the brow bone. Make sure this is super smooth, because if you start with a smooth base, then your eyeshadows will go on a little smoother as well. So the first eyeshadow I'm taking is from this Morphe Brushes palette. These palettes are so cheap and I love them. And it's a light peach color, and I'm taking my 224 brush and just blending this into the upper crease a little bit to act as a transition. And then I'm going to go with my 217 and this warm brown color. It reminds me of MAC Saddle eyeshadow. It's just really warm camel-y color. And then I'm just buffing that into the crease. I tend to do little circular movements on the outer crease, and then kind of go into like windshield wiper motions the closer I get to the tear duct. And then I'm just going in with a little bit more of that same brown color to kind of define this a little bit further. Then I'm blending it out a little bit with my 224. And then I'm going to go in with my 217 brush again in this brown color and buff that into the outer crease and work it towards the middle of the eye and then towards the tear duct. This will kind of deepen this look a little bit more. If you go from light to dark when you're doing smoky eyes, or any looks for that matter, that is what gives you that smooth transition. So I like to start with the lightest color and then move into the darkest color. Make sure you're not using too much product, and just kind of buff and blend everything in. Then I'm going with this pencil brush and a little bit of the black eyeshadow from that same palette, and I'm just kind of putting that into the crease with a very light hand and not too much product. Some people do this with a blending brush, the step with a blending brush. It's personal preference, but this just makes it a little easier for me so I can see exactly where I'm putting that color, and then I'll just go back with that 217 brush and just blend it out. And I'm still blending. That is the most important look, especially to smoky eyes, is just blending. So I'm using this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black Bean, and I'm putting that on the outer part of the eyelid to kind of enhance the darkness, and then I'm blending it out with the 217 brush. And then I'm going to go in with the same NYX Jumbo Pencil, and instead of Black Bean, I'm going to use Milk, which is the white one, and I'm just placing that on the lid where my other colors are going to go. And then I'm just, with no eyeshadow on the brush, I'm just kind of blending those two creams together. Then I'm taking this gold color with a little Fix Plus spray and putting it on my flat brush, and then kind of like pressing it and sliding it onto the eyelid. This eyeshadow reminds me of Amber Lights from MAC. Both are very pretty gold colors. And then just blending that out. And then I'm going to go in with some of that darker brown eyeshadow we used earlier, not the warm one, the darker brown, and I'm just going to place some of this right on top of that black and kind of blend it into the gold with this fluffy brush. And then I'm going to go with the black eyeliner or eyeshadow and then blend that in. I know this is a lot of steps, but it helps keep it blended. And then a pencil brush with a little more of the black shadow and just define that even further. And then blend. So you're pretty much going from light brown to dark brown to black with kind of every step that you do. And then I lost some of that warmth up there on that crease, so I took that camel colored and I'm just kind of blending that in with the black. Then I'm going to go with the Stila metal. I think it's a magnificent metal, and it's in Comics Gold, and you just kind of use your finger and then just press it onto your eyelid. I love these pigments. and then blending it out. And then going in with this champagne color from the Morphe Brushes palette and just pushing that into the tear duct. So for my wing liner, I'm using a gel. It's the Maybelline gel and an angled brush, and I'm making that line to begin the wing, and that pretty much looks like a continuation of your lower lash line, and then connecting that into the middle of your lid, and then going into the tear duct and starting your liner from there, making sure that the line is a little thinner, so it kind of gradually gets from thin to thick, and then connecting that all together. Notice how I'm holding my brush and how I keep flipping it around to make sure that it's going in the right direction, depending on the way I'm going, with my liner. So you just want to lead with that point of the brush. And then I wiped off some of the product and then just use whatever product was left like on the lid, and I'm just kind of flicking out that wing a little bit. Then I'm putting on some mascara, and then I want to do lashes. Make sure your glue is tacky, and then put it into the center of your lid with some tweezers, and then use the tweezers to kind of press it up to the lash line. I start on the outer corner and then work my way to the inner corner. Kind of just pressing them together and then fusing them together with your fingers. You can just pinch them together. That's my excitement for these lashes. They're awesome. So then I'm going in with my concealer. I'm using MAC NW25, and I'm pressing that into the skin, and I'm going to use my beauty blender to kind of blend everything out, and this will help sheer out the concealer a little bit as well. Just make sure your beauty blender is damp, that way it doesn't pick up too much of the product. Pressing and blending, and then I'm going to go in with my concealer brush with some of the excess concealer that's I already have down, and then just define that wing and make it a little bit more intense. Then I'm going in with a flat shader brush with that warm brown color, and I'm buffing this into the lower lash line. And again, we're starting from kind of light to dark on the lower lash line as well. Then I'm going in with that other brown color, and I'm focusing that more on towards the lash line. And then I'm taking my black eyeliner. I'm using Urban Decay's eyeliner in Perversion, working that into the lash line and the waterline. You can use any kohl eyeliner for this step. And then I'm going with a flat definer brush with some black eyeshadow on it and just kind of buffing that out. You don't have to make this look as dark as I did. I just wanted to show you all the steps and do it more dramatic so that you can use less if you want less, but you can see the dark if you want to do a darker look. And then I'm taking that shader brush with some of that brown, and I'm just buffing it out even more, and then a thicker pencil brush with that warm brown color and just buffing out, kind of working further down as I go. And this is the point that I broke my Z palette and two of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Let's take a moment. Moving on. Now I'm taking that champagne color on a pencil brush and just kind of pressing that into the tear duct area, blending it slightly into the lower lash line. And I kind of wanted to make this look a little more dramatic since it is for New Year's Eve. And I'm going to make it into kind of a cat eye. So I'm bringing that line down from the tear duct and kind of following my natural shape there, just connecting it over to the lower lash line and enhancing that line. And again, just like your wing liner, you can use concealer to kind of clean that up a little bit if you want to make it a little more sharp. Then I'm going to go in with my mascara and put this on the lower lash line and a little bit more of that champagne color and highlight the upper lid with the pencil brush. So here's the finished look. I really liked the red lip with the gold, and I also love deep lipstick. That's why I kind of chose that for this look. It's a Lime Crime Velveteen in Wicked. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. Please feel free to leave any comments or requests, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.